Hey guys, yeah, it's about 7:31. A minute after 7:30, my bus just dropped me off about a minute or two ago, right down there behind me, and basically down in that area. And yeah, you can see, yeah, back down there. Um, but yeah, my bus dropped me off just now, and today was the first of 3 work days in a row that I'm going to have. And the reason I'm doing this bit of a vlog update, if you will, is the fact that 1 week from today, my mom goes back to work. Now, of course, 1 week from today at this time, which is 7:32 p.m., she'll be home already from work. But in the hours before this time frame, she will be at work, and I will have the place to myself, which is, something I'm looking forward to. Now, of course, I've had the place to myself, numerous times throughout the summer due to several different reasons. Sundays, after church, she goes to my sister's and visits for a while, just in case, my niece brings her daughter, my great niece, over so my mom could see her. Or she goes and takes part in some things like, like a wedding dress fitting that she did for my oldest nephew's fiance. Or she goes with my older sister and my other sister and my niece to go shopping at Kohl's when my sister gets a discount day. Basically told to her and the fellow employees. So she goes there to get some things, at half price or more so. Anyway, long story short, I've had numerous days to myself, but not that many. Next week is the start of that kind of changing and going back to, well, what I consider semi-normalcy. And what I mean by semi-normalcy is the fact that when I look at basically, the first 2 weeks of August, well, not the first 2 weeks, but the last 2 weeks of August, which is basically as far as like Monday through Friday goes, is the 22nd, which is a Monday, and the 31st, which is a Wednesday, which is assumingly, well, what? Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is basically about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is basically about 5 days, if you look at the weekdays, and 3 days if you look at the weekdays the following week. So 8 weekdays of semi-normalcy, and then you count like the first 2 weekdays, which is a Thursday and a Friday, in September. So basically you're looking at 10 weekdays and assumingly basically 2 weeks, if you will, of semi-normalcy. And the reason I say it's semi-normalcy is I get ready to cross the road here. There's a cop that just pulled somebody over here at the Chevron when my mom would get gas sometimes. But anyway, like I said, the reason I say semi-normalcy is basically, it's basically due to the fact that, my mom's hours, as I'm trying to think about, hold on. Like I was saying, the reason I call it semi-normalcy is because my mom's hours during the first 2 weeks of essentially just training and getting, the classes prepared, they kind of vary. They kind of vary a little bit between her normal scheduled hours to hours to which you have to go in earlier. Not earlier, but later, as I was just, keeping my eye on things here. But sometimes her schedule will vary to where, like I was saying, it goes from her regular scheduled hours to sometimes her going in a little later. And sometimes that later could be, a half hour later than usual or an hour later than usual because, they don't have the kids yet until 2 weeks after. And that's even after Labor Day. So that's kind of what I mean by semi-normalcy, the fact that, she's going to be back at work, but the hour is going to be influx. Sometimes she'll probably be scheduled to go in at essentially, 8:30, be there at 8:30, clock in at 8:30, if you will, but she'll get off at 3:30 or 4:30. 8:30 to 4:30 is her, or 8 o'clock, 8 to 4:30 is her normal hours, as far as I know, that she's still going to be keeping. But because, like I say, it's training, sometimes it'll be 8:30 to 4:30, or could be 9 to 4:30 for all we know. All because, like I said, it's a training. They're training right now. They're getting things ready for the kids. So that's why I'm saying it's a semi-normal return, because when it gets back to normal will be the first full week of September after Labor Day. Post Labor Day is when we'll be back to but back to normal, period. And hopefully nothing will happen to, disrupt that normalcy, if you know what I mean. Hold on for a sec. Sorry about that. That's the one thing about filming during the day, or at least what's the remaining of the day during daylight savings time. People are still out and about. And you don't want them to be suspicious or make noise or whatever. But like I said, the point I'm getting at, and we have another loose dog. But the point I'm getting at is, the fact that, once we get to September, things will be, normal, again. After Labor Day, things will be back to normal. Hopefully, things will be back to normal. Again, notwithstanding any, interruptions and stuff like that. So, hopefully things will be, like I said, back to normal post Labor Day. But yeah, a week from now, not at this time exactly, but hours preceding it, a week from now, mostly during the day, like I said, it'll be back to a semi-normal situation, to where I can, get on my computer and do videos, do live streams and stuff like that without any interruptions. The only interruptions that I'll get is when she calls up during her breaks or her lunch to check up on things, and that's it. But as far as she will probably know, I'll be at work, and the only way I'm going to make that happen is if I stay in my room, most of the time, and that's it. That's it. But yeah, basically a week from now we go back to semi-normalcy, and it's going to be for 2 days, right? And as far as September goes, I've already asked for a Labor Day. I'm probably going to get that off, and then I might consider asking for Wednesday off as well. Not Wednesday, but the Tuesday that follows, basically Labor Day and the day after Labor Day. I'll be asking for those, off, to, again, kind of have a little bit of a vacation, when she's not around, without any interruptions. So the plan right now, as of a week from today and tomorrow, mostly, hours, prior to the time now, next Monday, like I said, hours prior, to today's time frame, which is right now 7:43 p.m. A week from now, hours before this time frame, I will have the place to myself, and then a week from tomorrow, I'll have the place to myself. And again, as far as she knows, I could be working, but that's going to be up to basically whether or not she calls out of habit and I don't answer. Because if I don't answer, then she knows, okay, maybe he's going to work. That's about it. But we'll see. She usually checks the camera, and if she sees me moving a little bit, going out, that's about it. That's all she has to see. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, basically we are a week away from going back to semi-normal, and we are 3 weeks away from 3 weeks from tomorrow, I should say, to complete normalcy. So basically a week, 6 days, if you will, away from back to semi-normal, and literally 20 days away from back to normal completely. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys, on this change that's coming. What are you looking forward to the most? How do you feel about it? What would you like me to talk about if I do live streams on camera or whatever? What do you think I should do? In that time I'll have to myself finally throughout a regular Monday and Tuesday, and not just a Saturday or a Sunday because something comes up, or even on any other day because an appointment, or hey, I'm gonna go shopping with your sister's kind of deal. What are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to? Comment below. Live chat during the premiere. And I will talk to you later. Check out the Teespring store and everything, as well as my BWS discussions. I'm at 358 podcasts, guys. So check that out. I'd be greatly appreciated. This might go into podcast mode as well. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. And until then, I will talk to you later. I'm about home now, and I'm out.